You're going to go to your MetaTrader 4 app, which is right here. And then from your MetaTrader 4 app, what you're going to do is you're going to now add gold by going to the plus sign, which I just did. And you're going to go to metals, and then you should see gold here, which is AXUUSD. We're going to click there. We'll click back. We'll click back again. We shall proceed. So anyway, now we scroll down. We can see here we got XAUUSD right at the bottom. We'll now click on this. We'll now open the chart. And from here, what we're going to do next is we're going to click on this F button that's right at the top of the screen. We'll just click right there. And you can see it says main chart just underneath indicators on XAUUSD. We're going to click on this plus sign beside main chart. We're going to click on moving average. And this one's already been set for me from before because I've had it. So we want a 200 simple moving average. What it does is it will show you the trend of where the candlesticks are. So whether it's a bullish trend or whether it's a bearish trend, that's what that will do for you. Make sure you've got your period at first as well to 200. The shift will be on 0. Method to simple. Apply to will be close. Style, I like 4 because it makes lines nice and thick. You don't have to have the color I have here, but you can have any color you want by just clicking here. All the different colors will come up. I like to have it as baby blue. So I just go to done. And then as you can see now on the screen, the blue moving average is there. That's the 200 moving average. Now we're going to go back and press F again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the main chart and press the F with the plus again. And we're going to click on moving average again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change this to 2. Shift will be 0. A method will be simple. Apply to will be close. And now we'll change this color to green. We'll make it a bit of, in between green. That's what we'll pick. We'll pick that. Okay. And now we're going to go to done. As you can see now, this green line is now on my chart as well, which is excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this one more time. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the F button again. We're going to go to main chart, F with the plus. We're going to add another moving average. And this time what you're going to do is you're going to change this to 7. And the shift will be 0. Method will be simple. Apply to will be close. And we're going to change the color on this one to about in between red. That should be good. And as you can see now, we have the red line going through the candlesticks. We have the green line going through the candlesticks as well. People have been saying to me that they're not too sure on how this method works. So I'm going to break it down for you, the Midas method. So what we do is we are looking, let's start from the beginning of the day. So right now, this is a period separator. If you can see these dotted out lines on the grid, this is, I'll move it back to here so you can see. So this is a period separator, and that would be the start of the day. As you can see, that was the 27th of Feb. If you look at the bottom of the screen, just underneath my RSI, it says the date and the time. So let's just start with today, which the group had an excellent time. So if you want to join my group or anything like that, the link will be in the description below. If you see just right above here, now this is a perfect example of what I would call a crossover strategy. If you look, the 2 green moving average is now crossing over from the 7 red moving average, but it's crossing from the top going down. So therefore it indicated that this will be a sell. It will be a bearish sell. And what do you see happen by the time it crosses over on the second red candlestick? It was red and it was bearish and it went down. So if we was to move forward from here, now you can see the same thing. Even we can go back here, in fact. So I'm doing this video live. I'm a bit tired. So if I do mess anything up, you have to bear with me. If we go back here, you can see now the 2 green moving average has now crossed up from the red 7 moving average. And the next candle that appeared was a green candle. So that would have been in your favor if you went for a buy at that point, which would have been a bullish move. We will continue this and I'll explain to you the do's and the don'ts of it as well at the same time. If you go to here, It's a perfect example. You will see from the top of the screen, the 2 green moving average comes from the top and comes down past the 7 red moving average. And what did we have here? Does anybody know? We had a nice strong bearish move going down. Now that, you would have made a lot of pips on that if you stayed in that trade. A lot of the people in the group, they did catch this one. I did catch this one as well, and I set a take profit just below, around about here, just right at the bottom of the dip. It was just before the bottom of the dip here. I set a take profit. I actually went to sleep, woke up in the morning, was about to take my son to school, realized that the trade was £500 made. There was a lot of people as well that did set a take profit here as well. I managed to catch that trade. And also it was a signal put into the group and people caught that trade. The second leg was here. That's why that was such a strong bearish move going down. Now the bullish move coming up, as you see as well also, just to point out, it had a rejection off of the 200 baby blue moving average. If you look forward now, the period 2 moving average, it now went back through the red 7 moving average, and as you can see, the next candlestick was a bullish candlestick. And we can continue here to see the next green line went back over the red line. There were 2 red candlesticks, which would have been bearish. Excellent for you. Now, as you can see this maneuver, and we're going to test this maneuver and show you this maneuver in different pairs as well. I do apologize if I got anything wrong or anything like that. I've been working with the new group all day and people have been messaging me, and I've been trying to organize all of it so everyone can learn. I hate when people have to lose money in Forex, but sometimes it is part of the lesson for people to know that you have to go back to the demo, you have to learn a strategy, just like what I'm showing you now, which I call the Midas strategy. And this strategy isn't something that's probably new. People have been doing it before. I'm not too sure if people are talking about it all the time, but this is just what I do. I've been told by certain people that you have to, you can use indicators, but they do lag. That's what these moving averages are. They are indicators. What you need to do is you need to find a way to make the indicators work for you so you can gain a good success rate. And this is what we have here. So now we're going to go to further on in the day. And as you can see here, the same thing happened again. You had a nice 2 green moving average going over the red moving average from the top down, and it indicated a sell. You got in here. Personally, with a metal like gold, I would have just got out after this red candle. But if you did decide to take this trade down and you went back up again, it didn't cross over, so you could have still stayed in the trade, and it went down a bit more. Now, that was a beautiful maneuver there. Beautiful momentum down, going for the bearish move. Oh my days, I didn't even realize it. Now, this was an amazing move. If I zoom out, you can see from the crossover up here, going all the way down. Yes, there was a lot of people in the group that did catch this as well, I remember. And it went all the way down here, straight to the bottom. Can you see there? And now, just before the close of market today, where it's going to go to the next period separator, which will be the 28th of February, the same as that thing happened here. Now in this video, I'm going to link in a live action of when this actually took place and when I took trades here, just for people that are confused with what actually happens and when to enter a trade. Because I tell people that you enter after the 2 moving average crosses over the red moving average, but the candle that it's crossing over with must close first. And if you see here, There's a big red candle going down. There's a green candle coming up, your first one. There's the second green candle. Now, on this candle is actually where the 2 green moving average crossed over the 7 moving average from the bottom going up. So therefore, the third green candle here was my entry candle. That was my entry. That was my entry to say, okay, it's time to go. I entered in this candle. You had a bit of a rejection going down, so you might have got a bit scared, but you don't have to worry because gold, even if it catches a few pips, it can go down a little bit and you can be minus a lot of money very quickly. But when it went back up and it was into some sort of profit, I took that profit and I ran. That is why I call it hit and run. This Midas strategy is called a super scalping strategy. So you get in, you get out. That's what you do. I told all of my group not to trade at this moment, but you know, some people would decide to trade and they did, and good on them because, you know, if they took the bravery, they decided to trade. Now you see here, Jordan especially, I would like to shout out Jordan. I love what he's doing at the moment. As you see here, this candle now went all the way up as well. So if you stayed in that trade from that second candle to that third candle, this alone on a good lot size on gold, you could have easily made over £100 just there. Just on that alone. Just on that. So that's how simple this strategy is. Now, what I always do point, and I have pinned it to the top of my group, is you want to trade only the second leg of the M and the W. That's what you want to do. You can trade any other crossover strategy if you want to here, but I would suggest you trade the second leg of the M and the W. Here being the second leg. So if we go to the previous day, which is the 26th, you can see the crossover happened here. Green moving average came over from the top, came down. It passed the red 7 moving average. Wow, look at that maneuver. Again, amazing. Look at that. Look, that is beautiful. If you now stayed in this trade, look how many pips you could have just trailed your stop loss here, kept an eye on this trade, and made loads of money. Personally, I would have got out after 1 candlestick, maybe 2 or 3 max, and I would have made my money. So this big red one here, me, myself, I would just put a big lot size. I would have just got out after that. But if you did want to ride it down, it just shows you the potential it has, especially when it's a second leg of an M or a W. Now, when we move forward, you can see the same thing happens here. Now, I personally tell my team, just like I told them today, don't trade when it's crossing over the days, but if you did, it crossed over just before the end of market close, because what happens sometimes is the market is indecisive, so it can shoot itself up or shoot itself down. And if it does that, you could either be in a lot of profit, or you can be negative a lot. You could be really deep in minus, which you don't want to do, because it could take a whole day before the market gets back to where it should be, which will be level with where you started. So it could take 24 hours for you to get back into break even, not even profit. Sometimes it can even take 2 days. It just depends what the market wants to do. And what I always tell my team, don't try and predict what the market's going to do, react with what the market does. So what we're doing is, all we're doing here is reacting. As soon as the line crosses over, we react. We say, okay, we know this is we see this has happened. Not even know, we see this has happened. So therefore, what are we going to do? We're going to place our, here, we would have placed our sell. And here, we would have placed our buy. It's that simple. So yes, as you can see, we're in a downtrend with the big blue moving average going over the candlesticks. Here we're in an uptrend, which is a bullish trend. Look how long this uptrend went for. So if you did manage to catch this coming up from here, as you can see, it happened here just over the crossover. It just happened here. So if you can see closely here, just on the second red candle, there was a crossover. It bounced off the red line and it shot all the way up. And now if you caught this trade and you managed to stay in this trade, look how much money you would have made off of that. And that was all from the Midas crossover strategy indication to let you know to enter this trade. You would have made so much money off of this. Even with a small lot size, you could have still made over £1,000. Or I would say $1,000 US. That's for my Americans. Shout out my Americans. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So what you don't want to trade is you don't want to trade in between. So this is a random day. Remember, see here, I'm just picking up random days. You can see at the bottom of my screen, random days, and we can see the strategy working. You do not want to trade here, which is the V in the M. You don't want to trade here. You want to trade here, going down. Look at that. Excellent. Now, I'm trying to not make this video too long, but that's what happens. Let's just go to another random pair just to show you that it doesn't only even work on gold. It works on anything. So we'll go to a nice pair like CAD JPY. We'll open CAD JPY. Serious downtrend this has been in. So if you wanted to catch it from anywhere, imagine here. See, so green moving average comes over the top, goes from the top down, indicates a bearish sell. You go down, look at that. You would have been able to catch that whole move going down. And then to even confirm it staying in the trade again, because you wouldn't have had to come out of that trade if you started from where I just showed you at the top. It shows you again, it crossed over again, still going down. This works on everything. We're having amazing results in the group at the moment. Some of them I'll post at the end of this video and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up this method. There's more methods coming, hopefully so better videos. If there's anything you feel that I missed out, I'll try and answer your questions in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and hopefully like what you saw. And hopefully these videos get better as well. First video for YouTube and Forex, but this is my journey starting here. And hopefully so by the end of the year, it can be amazing, so much more better than this, you know. And everybody, we are going to eat. That's what I always say. I tell my team all the time, it's time to go and get your plate, because I've just unlocked the matrix and I'm gonna unlock more. So yeah, let's get it.
Whew, that was nice.
Wait, did it stop you now?
Yep. Oh God, I was down to $7 and now I'm at $464.88.